It's my day of birth, but I'm still here to talk to you guys about the 5 biggest stories of the week today on Comic Book Now. What's up, guys? I'll be your friendly neighborhood host, Chris Killian, and with me is sparkly, mighty Morphin Matt Mueller.
That's not on the script.
I know, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Oh, it's so good to be here.
I was going to wish you a happy birthday, too.
You can still wish me a happy birthday.
No,
what?
No, I don't want to now.
Sparkly's not the worst thing that you... What's the other nickname they were calling you? Brown Sugar Sunshine?
Brown Sugar Sunshine.
Brown Sugar Sunshine is amazing. Guys, it's so good. Thank you for joining us. We got so much great stuff to talk about today. As you can tell, our boy BD is not here right now. That's because he's off jet setting in LA where he was watching Venom like a whole week before the rest of us. And he's talking to some Walking Dead castmates who he actually has a special guest right now. So if you guys want to check this video out real quick, we're sorry for there's some crappy audio, but you still get to check this out.
Hey Chris, I'm here in California right now. We are going to go to the premiere of The Walking Dead Season 9 tonight. And I mean, who better to talk about that with than Norman Reedus? He's been Daryl Dixon. You're going to 9 years as Daryl Dixon. Yeah. So I'm curious, when you get to a night like tonight, the Season 9 premiere, people are going to watch it, you're going to share this with people. Does it ever get any less exciting?
No, it's always exciting. It's a brand new year this year. We have a new showrunner, we have new characters, we have new storylines. It's completely new. We did a screening of the first episode back in Georgia 2 days ago for our crew. Our crew were there, every single day from sunup to sundown, and they all had a beer in their hand, screaming at a TV. And so I think we're in good shape.
So obviously the big topic of conversation is Andrew Lincoln. This is his final season. I don't want to know details about Rick's exit, but I do want to know what it was like his final days with you guys on set. I heard there was like a pool party. Heard you guys had some fun with it. How did you kind of celebrate this guy who helped launch the show and now says goodbye?
The pool party was fun. It was at Melissa's house, but his very last scene, he's laying there and he's supposed to giggle, to think of something to giggle. So the camera's here and I'm under the camera tickling his feet during the scene. So it was a good way to end it. But then at the very end, he got up and everyone gave him a standing ovation and he gave a little speech and people pulled out their phones. He goes, hey, everyone put your phone down. He's like, this is ours. Like, this isn't for this is for us. And in such true Andy spirit, it was a very inspirational, honest goodbye. It was very touching. He's still around. Right? His spirit's still around. He's still very much a part of the show. So it's not like he's floated off into the ether.
So you guys have a lot of the originals still around, you, Melissa, Denai, Lauren, doing a lot of work this season, but also a lot of newcomers. Angela Kang, behind the scenes showrunner, Dan Fogler, all kinds of Samantha Moore, Brian Hurst. I know you guys are close. So what kind of things in the post-Rick Grimes era are you looking forward to people experiencing and that you got to be a part of?
I gotta tell you, the new characters on the show are here to kick ass. Like they're not messing around, and this season is really this whole train's run by women, and I'm just standing on top of the train screaming for my life, to be honest. But there's no. We've had a couple seasons of two guys sort of chest bumping, going, "I'm gonna kill you, I'm gonna kill you." I don't think women really chest bump. I think if they say they're gonna kill you, you should probably go hide. You know what I mean? So it's a very emotional roller coaster this season, and it's a very different flavor to the show. It's very exciting.
Cool, man. Well, thank you so much for taking the time. Guys, I've seen the first 3 episodes of Season 9. You've read my review on Comicbook.com by now. They're fantastic. It feels like the glory days of The Walking Dead are coming back. It's such a nostalgic feel. Norman, thank you so much for taking the time to talk. Yeah. Back to you, Chris.
Thank you, Brandon. Norman's looking good today. He's in a good mood. Now let's talk about the brand new trailer for what will presumably be Fox's final X-Men movie. Last night we got our first look at Dark Phoenix, featuring most of the returning X-Men, though I'm missing Hugh Jackman as Wolverine, and his absence feels a lot more real to me now. The trailer didn't spoil too much, but did give us enough information to do what the internet does best, and that's harshly critique the 2 minutes we saw. Reactions seem pretty mixed. If you're wanting to take a deeper dive into the footage, I actually whipped up a video where I postulate on some of the clips we saw and break down some of the best scenes shot by shot in the Dark Phoenix trailer. Check it out. Fox is looking to correct their sins of the past, so forget everything you saw in X-Men 3.
What have I done?
In Dark Phoenix, one of the X-Men's most famous comic book storylines comes back to the big screen, and thanks to the very first trailer we just got, the movie looks to be a much more faithful adaptation of the source material. What's up guys, Chris Killian here, and let's break down the big moments from the first trailer for what might possibly be Fox's final X-Men movie, Dark Phoenix. The trailer begins with a young Jean Grey standing at the X-Mansion all alone.
You are not broken.
She sits in Xavier's office while he explains the mind is a fragile thing and Hank McCoy runs some tests on her. The important takeaway right up front is that Professor X is immediately hiding the Phoenix Force from Jean Grey, which Mystique believes is equivalent to lying to her. We see why Jean Grey is alone, assumably causing the car crash that kills her parents. We get our first look at the island of Genosha, which many fans know from the comics is a sanctuary of sorts for mutants.
I came looking for answers.
We also get our first glimpse at Jessica Chastain, who will play a villain in the film. All we know for sure is that she's been described as an alien and a shapeshifter, with many fan theories suggesting she's possibly Mr. Sinister in hiding, or Lilandra, the Empress of the Shi'ar, or even a Skrull. Some fans even hope she could be a gender swap mastermind, who in the comics is a member of the Hellfire Club and known for manipulating Jean. Being a member of the Hellfire Club, this would have been a great way to come full circle with X-Men First Class, but that theory has since been debunked by director Simon Kinberg.
I expect you'll reconsider.
We get a few shots of some returning X-Men, including Cyclops, Quicksilver, and Storm. Then we see Jean Grey with a hint of orange in her eyes. Is the Phoenix Force a cosmic entity like it is in the comics, or is it a suppressed evil buried within Jean? We don't know yet.
Jean lost control, but she's still our friend.
We get some more shots of what looks like the X-Men being forced to take on Jean as the Dark Phoenix, and we see the Blackbird heading into space, hopefully confirming that the X-Men meet the Shi'ar Empire and that the Phoenix Force is a cosmic parasite that uses Jean as a host. We see a few key moments that reveal how several people have placed the blame on Charles for all of this.
This is your fault, Charles.
Including Magneto and Beast, which has pretty severe implications because a few shots later, it looks like the two have joined forces against him.
Don't do this.
Noticeably absent are Mystique and Quicksilver. Likely one of them are dead with this funeral shot. My money's on Mystique for two reasons. One, it's followed by this quick tender shot of Beast resting his head on Mystique, and two, Jennifer Lawrence is a huge star now who likely doesn't want to be body painted blue any longer.
What's the matter, baby? You don't think I look pretty like this?
Finally, the trailer ends with Jean going full Phoenix and exploding into pure power. How excited are you guys for Dark Phoenix now that you've seen the trailer? Tell me in the comments or tweet me at Chris Killian, and thanks for watching. There it was. That was pretty thorough. We broke it down. So are you excited about Dark Phoenix?
You know, I am.
Yeah?
I struggled with getting that out. I hope my enthusiasm didn't bleed through. I am.
Yeah.
I'm excited for it.
Yeah? Cautiously?
I'm cautiously excited for it.
Yeah,
Also,
that's how I feel. That's
yeah.
how I feel about it.
The same problems in this trailer are the same issues I have with the X-Men movies overall, which is they focus too much on Xavier, Magneto, and mostly Beast. Like there was a tweet that was essentially like, hey, I'd like to see more of Jean talking about Jean and not all these men talking about her, which is like, that's half the trailer.
Yeah, there were like a lot of shots of Jean, but she didn't say anything in the
She said
entire
like
trailer,
3 lines. It's supposed to be about her.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm excited, but I'm cautious.
So who do you think Jessica Chastain's going to be?
You know what? My money's on a Skrull.
Yeah.
Just with the shape.
You really think it's going to be a Skrull?
I don't think it's going to be with all of these movies. I feel like it's an amalgam of 3 different characters.
That's what I think too.
Yeah. So she will have Skrull-like abilities because she shapeshifts, right? But she won't be. I don't think she'll be like a straight up Skrull. But I think it will be more heavy on the Skrull than the
I'm not going to be mad if it turns out to be Mrs. Sinister.
You coined it.
Yeah. Moving on. That's not the only trailer we got this week. While it's not specifically comic book related, I think there's enough interest here that we can talk about that sweet trailer for Creed 2 we got a couple days ago, featuring the return of Killmonger himself, Michael B. Jordan as Adonis Creed, as he squares off against the son of the man who killed his dad. Yeah, we even got to see Dolph Lundgren as Ivan Drago once again, and this is legit one of the movies that I'm most excited about seeing this year. Matt, you're a big Rocky fan. How are you feeling about Creed 2?
Dude, I'm stoked.
I'm so stoked.
How do you not watch that trailer and get stoked?
I don't know. I can't wait. I'm going to marathon the whole thing. Maybe not Rocky 5. We might skip that one.
Skip it.
But I'm going to marathon everything up until
When you watch Rocky movies, I have a question. Do you like start to punch air? Like, do you start the air punch?
I work
'Cause
out.
I do.
I start working out in the middle of the movie with the montages. I will just start doing crunches and stuff.
Oh, wow.
It doesn't last very long.
I don't do crunches.
But I'll try.
I swing at air, though.
I'll try.
Like, I'll swing in my...
They get me so hyped.
Oh, my God.
I love Rocky movies. We were having this conversation. Charlie actually brought up the fact that he thinks Creed is a better movie than the original Rocky. What say you?
He thinks it's the best one in the franchise.
Which is so wrong.
I think 1 is still the best.
Yeah.
Closely followed by Rocky Balboa for me.
I have some arguments against Creed being...
But Creed is really good.
Creed's a really good movie.
Yeah,
Nobody's saying that Creed's not a good movie, but is it the best? No, because one, I felt like Creed was very much like The Force Awakens was to Star Wars, where it took a formula and it just kind of built upon that.
Yeah.
But you can't have Creed without Rocky. Also, let's not forget that Rocky literally won the 1976 Best Picture Oscar and Best Director. So
I think that gets overlooked a lot.
A lot.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, a whole lot.
I still have a soft
and
spot
at the
for
time
4
with a
and 3
no-name
too.
actor, nobody knew who Sylvester Stallone was when that movie came out.
Yeah, and you can say what you want
That's a big
about
deal.
like acting ability, as far as like Michael B. Jordan is a fantastic actor.
Yeah.
There's something when Stallone, like, there's that heart, like, you can't, yeah, there's a genuineness to him, and it's so hard to replicate. Yeah, fantastic.
All right, we're gonna get off on a tangent,
That's very
so
true.
we could talk about Rocky for hours, but let's not. All right, so Spider-Man has already donned multiple suits since entering the MCU, and it looks as though he's gonna get yet another addition to his wardrobe in next year's sequel, Spider-Man Far From Home. Now, I can't show you the actual photo here, but earlier this week, a set photo leaked, which looked like Spider-Man perched on the side of a Ferris wheel, donning a black suit with large white goggles. It's very reminiscent of the Spider-Man noir suit. While there has been no insight as to the suit's origin or what role it's going to play in the film, it has a very homemade feel to it, and it will more than likely be employed by Spider-Man for stealth reasons that we just don't know yet. So stay tuned, all right? But in DC news, there were a lot of announcements this week concerning the Birds of Prey movie. Mary Elizabeth Winstead has officially been cast as Huntress, while Journey Smollett-Bell has been cast as Black Canary. Most fans seem to be pretty excited by this news, but that's not all to be excited for. As the film takes shape, it's been reported that the movie's main villain is going to be Black Mask, and the studio supposedly eyeballing either Ewan McGregor or Charlton Copley for the role. Either way, now that casting announcements have been made, expect more and more news to trickle out in the next few months. Okay, so finally, with just over 1 week until DC Universe debuts the premiere episode of Titans at New York Comic Con and 2 weeks until it arrives on the streaming service, Warner Brothers TV has released the show's first official poster. The debut poster features the 4 stars of Titans in their full costumes, and I've got to be honest, I'm not excited about the show, but I love the poster. This is a cool poster.
It's a cool poster. It looks
looks
way
like,
better than that photo.
It almost looks like a comic book cover.
Yeah, very much so.
Yeah.
And I am coming around to some of those designs. I mean, Robin's is awesome, but like Raven and all I'm coming around. I'm excited for it. I can't wait.
Yeah, I feel like I'm a fan of Teen Titans, and I even like the kids show and everything, and so the tone, the very adult tone, kind of throws me off a little bit. I haven't warmed up to it yet. But are you allowed to talk about any of it? No. You're not allowed to talk about it? Okay, that's a bummer. So, well, then we're going to move on to our favorite part of the show. That's right. It's the Q&A portion. That was a horrible...
Man, that's last week too. It was not
terrible. That was terrible. I'm sorry, guys. Q&A part of the show. You guys, we got Matt right here checking out the comments. Any questions you guys got, pipe them in there. We're going to do our best to answer them. And yeah, what do we got? Let's do it.
So first up here, we got a question from James Fleming who asks, any Gambit movie news?
Yeah, we just had some like last week, right?
Yeah, so essentially, I mean, it's a rumor.
It's a crapshoot.
It's kind of it's a rumored report, but essentially that it is on track for a February 15th start date, as in filming. So that has been, the thing with Gambit has been like, it's rumored for a date, and then that date passes, and we don't hear anything,
the thing that worries me about this is that just, because the Disney purchase of Fox is already, I think that this is probably, X-Men is going to be the last, or Dark Phoenix is, in my opinion, probably going to be the last official Fox X-Men movie, if we're not counting New Mutants.
I was going to say, because New Mutants, to me, that's
New
too
Mutants
far
is on
along.
the way, as far as X-Men goes. So I don't see Gambit going into production before, because if once Disney gets a hold of all those rights, I think they're going to squash everything that Fox had planned.
Casey Ben actually asks as a kind of a semi like follow-up question to that. Who will actually play as Gambit?
Well,
It's going to be Channing Tatum.
This is Channing Tatum's baby.
He's the only person still attached to the movie from day one to now.
He's been fighting this thing. He's very like reminiscent of like Ryan Reynolds was to Deadpool, except that Channing Tatum has not been able to get this off the ground.
No, three directors,
but he
two directors.
Really more than that. I think
it's been a couple.
3. Yeah, but he really wants to play Gambit. So I don't know how good his Cajun accent is, but if it's not there, I'm gonna be super PO'd. Anyways,
so
let's go. What?
I got another question here.
Okay.
So Kelvin Gonzalez, sorry about that, asks, what do you guys think of Joaquin Phoenix's Joker? And do you think a new Batman movie will follow, like a new Batman?
Well, yeah. I mean, we got Matt Reeves' Batman that's going to come. Now, whether Matt Reeves' Batman, his solo Batman flick, is connected to this Joker movie, we don't know. We have no clue.
What do you think of the footage on the subway and the Joker makeup and all that?
Okay, so I have it on good authority that that's
scoop.
Not well. I've heard through the grapevine through some people that that's not his final Joker makeup.
Okay.
So if it's not his final Joker makeup, I'm more excited about it. I wasn't excited. I really like the tone.
Yeah.
I love the tone that they're going for, and they're almost making him very like Gacy-ish and very like.
I love that
like
suit.
Like a serial killer kind of thing. Like so, it's a creepy tone, and he looks pretty messed up. Yeah. But I don't like some of the blues and the you know, to me that I even showed my kid who's a huge Joker fanatic, and he was like, "What are they? What's with the red nose?" And I was like, "Yeah, I don't really like the red nose." So I'm not crazy about that makeup per se. If it's not the final makeup though, I'm in. I think I love the tone they're setting for it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Next question here from Zach Schmidt asks, Chris, are you an Eminem fan or MGK? I'm a big Eminem fan, and I'm excited to see his song in Venom. We have tons of thoughts on this topic.
We have so many thoughts about this. First off, I am an Eminem fan. Yeah, I love Eminem, and I think that Killshot won.
No.
See, MGK. I told you we were about to go.
Rap Devil won. No. Rap Devil is a better diss record.
I think Rap Devil was good, but there was so much more nuance to Eminem's rhymes and his actual rap pattern.
His rap pattern is better, but he says nothing.
Is better.
He says he has the best line Eminem has in that song.
Now, I can't repeat most of the things that Eminem says.
The best line Eminem has in that song is, "I'd rather be an 80-year-old me than a 20-year-old you."
That's not the best line. What about the whole, like, I had to give you a career to destroy it?
But he didn't. The dude sold 20 million records. It's false.
But it's still not even close to what Eminem has sold.
I know, but it's this dude.
You guys ever seen a fist fight on Comic Book Now before?
It was a better record. Spaghetti all over your sweater. The Haley line at the beginning. There's so many good things in that song. And by the way, Eminem would lose to Joe Budden anyway.
So what do you guys think? Let us know in the comments who won the battle. But yes, Zach, I'm a fan of Eminem, and I think the Venom song is gonna be cool. So to answer your question,
it's a good song
thanks for starting this. Thank you.
Oh my God, that was the best topic of the day. So Brandon Moore asks, do you think the addition of the Skrulls to the MCU will affect the events of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.?
Yeah, possibly. I mean, it's too early to tell. We don't know how much further the Skrulls are going to go past Captain Marvel, so we don't know if that's going to be like a one and done kind of appearance in the movie, or if they're setting up for Secret Invasion. If they're setting up for a bigger tentpole thing with Secret Invasion, or like if that's going to be the next big storyline in the MCU, then I wouldn't be surprised if the effects trickle down to Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
I could see them doing that. So I don't know if Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. will, because I feel like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. every year is on the bubble.
Yeah.
So I don't know if, by the time Captain Marvel comes out, will it be renewed for another season? And then, going forward, that's something that has to be planned, long planned. I don't think they'll show up this season. So they could totally throw me off. I could be completely wrong, and they do.
Right.
But I don't know. I don't think that's a surefire thing. Maybe like 2 seasons ago, if like the Skrulls were being introduced and everything, I would say yes, without a doubt.
Yeah.
But now with like the show kind of towards the twilight or whatever, no.
Yeah, that's a good take.
I don't know if it'll happen.
I like that take. Yeah. All right, that's all the time we got for today. Guys, I saw in the comments you wish me happy birthday. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Aww. Make sure you come back next week and join us again. Follow me on Twitter @ChrisKillian. Hit up Matt on Twitter @MattMuellerCB. And Deuces.
Dude, that's my line.
I took it.